Picture this. It's the morning of March 31st, 2026. Thousands of engineers in India wake up, check their phones, and find out their careers at Oracle are over. There was no phone call, no meeting with a manager, just a cold, blunt email. So we really need to dig into this, because the big question is, if this happened to them, could it happen to you?
And this is it. This is the message. It starts with some corporate fluff, after careful consideration, but then the hammer drops. We have decided to eliminate your role. It hit their inboxes at 6 a.m. and their system access was cut off immediately. Just think about that for a second. Thousands of careers just wiped out by a 5-line email with absolutely zero human interaction.
The number itself is just staggering. We're talking about 12,000 people in India. Gone in a single morning. And look, this isn't some rumor. This was confirmed by major news outlets like Bloomberg and the Economic Times as it was all happening, with hundreds of employees posting about it in real time.
So let's really break down the scale of what went down, because what Oracle did here, well, it's unlike anything India's IT sector has ever seen. This was a truly historic event, and you have to see the numbers to understand why it's such a big deal.
Okay, to really get the full impact, just look at these numbers. Oracle cut up to 30,000 jobs around the world. That's about 18% of their entire workforce. This was the largest layoff in the company's entire history. But the real story, the part that hits hardest, is what happened in India. India saw a massive 40% of its Oracle workforce just eliminated.
And you know, we're not talking about interns or freshers here. The jobs that got cut were the very core of the business. We're talking senior engineers, database administrators, cloud infrastructure pros. These were really experienced people, a lot of them with 10 to 15 years in the game.
And here's the part that is truly alarming. This is the detail that should send a chill down your spine. An Oracle senior manager went public on LinkedIn and said, point blank, these cuts were not based on performance. High performers were let go. People who were just promoted were let go. Your individual performance rating meant absolutely nothing when the company decided your entire job category was no longer needed.
So, if it wasn't about performance, what was it about? Well, this gets us to the real why behind this whole thing. The answer is pretty simple. It was a strategic shift away from people and towards pure profit and, well, machines.
This is the number that puts everything into perspective. In its last quarter, Oracle posted a 95% jump in net income. That's over $6 billion in profit. This company is profitable, it's growing like crazy, and it has a future revenue backlog of over $500 billion. So let's be clear, this was not a company that was struggling for cash.
So here's the trade-off they made. The official reason was organizational change, right? But the real reason is AI. Oracle is sinking a colossal $156 billion into expanding its AI data centers. Firing all those people is expected to free up $8 to $10 billion every year to directly fund that new infrastructure. An infrastructure that, you guessed it, requires way fewer humans to run.
But here's the thing. What happened at Oracle, it isn't a one-off event. It's really the first loud, giant domino to fall in a much bigger industry-wide reset that's happening across Indian IT as we speak.
I mean, just look at this chart. In the first 9 months of fiscal year 2026, the top 5 Indian IT firms, we're talking TCS, Infosys, HCL Tech, Wipro, and Tech Mahindra, they added a net total of just 17 employees. No, that's not a typo. Not 17,000, 17. The year before, that number was almost 18,000. This is nothing short of a total collapse in net hiring.
And this isn't just an Indian trend either. Globally, tech job cuts are picking up speed. But here's the critical difference. In 2026, companies aren't blaming overhiring during the pandemic anymore. Now they're explicitly naming AI as the reason. The pace is getting faster, and the reason is getting a lot clearer.
So, what does all of this actually mean for you? Well, it means that the most dangerous position to be in right now is not being bad at your job. It's being excellent at a job that no longer needs to exist. There's actually a name for this in psychology. It's called the competency trap. Those Oracle engineers were experts, for sure, but their expertise is in a system that is now being automated away.
Okay, this brings us to what I think is the most important part of this whole story. It's time to shift from the problem to the solution. What follows is a clear, actionable roadmap. 5 specific moves that every single IT professional should be making in the next 90 days.
All right, here's your plan. Step 1, you have to audit your own role. Ask yourself and be brutally honest, could AI automate your key tasks within the next year? Step 2,
target the growth areas, and we're going to talk about global capability centers. 3, get one credible, solid AI certification. 4, you've got to build something. Create one real, visible AI project. And number 5, activate your network now, not when you're in trouble.
Now let's zoom in on that second move because this is a massive opportunity that a lot of people are missing. These global capability centers for huge companies like JP Morgan, Walmart, and Apple, they are hiring like crazy in India, and they're often paying way more than the traditional IT firms. The projections show up to 140,000 new GCC roles in 2026, and what they want are people with AI literacy plus deep knowledge in their field.
Now, for move number 4. This is so important. In this age of automated resume screening, one real project on your GitHub where you actually used an AI tool to solve a problem is worth more than a long list of certifications. It's tangible proof that you can actually apply these new skills, not just talk about them.
You know, the final truth here is that Oracle's 6 a.m. email didn't just come out of nowhere. The warning signs were all there, in news reports, in the company's own SEC filings, in the broader industry trends. The signals weren't hidden. The people who got blindsided were blindsided because most of us just aren't in the habit of looking for these strategic signs.
The Indian IT industry is not collapsing, let's be clear about that, but it is permanently changing. The fact that you're watching this already puts you way ahead of the curve. So the only question that really matters now is the one on your screen. What are you going to do in the next 90 days?